So the Apex Legends Season 4 launch trailer just dropped the other day, and holy shit is there a lot to talk about. The trailer was about 3 minutes long and I honestly had my eyes glued to the screen from start to finish. Season 4 is going to go by the name Assimilation, and we got introduced to, in my opinion, the most badass Apex Legend in Apex Legends, called Revenant. Revenant is an incredibly sick looking cyborg ninja type assassin with a hood and a skull face and these yellow glowing eyes. And for someone who's always been a fan of the whole cyborg ninja thing from games like Metal Gear Solid and the cyborg ninja Gray Fox that was in that game, this Revenant character is just right up my alley. For those of you who have been with my YouTube channel for a while, you'll know that I used to play Apex Legends back in Season 1 and 2, but it was never really my main game. I always loved it for a little while and then would put it down, and I haven't really played that much in Season 3 at all, just a little bit in the beginning. But god damn if Revenant don't make me want to come right back to Apex Legends the literal second this season drops, I would be lying to you. With that being said, today I want to talk about some of his abilities based on what we saw in the trailer and what his abilities could possibly be when he actually gets put in the game on February 4th. One last thing before we get started: if I provide any type of value to you here today in this video, whether it's education, entertainment, or any type of value, like I said, be sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing if you're not subbed already. So one of the first things we noticed in the trailer is Revenant's ability to actually scale what seems like a skyscraper with ease. His victims are having a dinner party on what seems like it could be the 200th floor of a luxury hotel, and he just climbs up the goddamn wall like he's Spider-Man within seconds. Now, most of the characters in Apex Legends can already climb pretty high and scale pretty decently sized walls within the game right now, and yes, that includes Gibraltar and Caustic. I've seen those thick boys make some badass jumps. But no legend up until now has ever been able to just straight up scale the side of a building, and I'm going to reference him again like Spider-Man can. Now, if Apex Legends decides to make this one of Revenant's abilities, I would imagine there'd be some type of cooldown or maybe some type of stamina bar while he's straight up climbing these buildings that would make it so it's not so overpowered where he could just constantly be on the side of a building, because then I could see it being a little too much. But I could definitely see it working out sort of like Bloodhound's ult, where you pop your ult and then for 15 to 20 seconds you can pretty much climb anything you want, and then after that you're gonna fall. The second thing we see pretty early on in the trailer, almost right after we see him scale the wall and break into the window, is he has this ability where he seemingly turns his hand into knives of some sort. You see his knife and his wrist kind of lock up and then straighten out really tight, and he then just impales this poor bastard in that room. Personally, I don't see this as being a part of his skill set, but I see it more so as what is going to enable him to climb the walls in the first place as far as the gameplay is concerned. The third ability we see is this super badass like flaming smoke enigma look that he turns himself into, and I'm not 100% sure on what exactly it's going to do in game, but all I know is when he pops this, he turns into a walking machine, and right before he's about to get shot in the head point blank with a pistol, he turns into like smoke from Mortal Kombat and just teleports to a completely different area in the room. Now, as far as in-game abilities go, will this certain mode that he can activate make him harder to hit, maybe giving him some type of evasion buff? Maybe he moves faster when he's in that smoke mode, giving him some type of speed buff passively. Maybe that smoke will give him a damage reduction buff. It really could go any direction at this point. I'm not sure which direction they're going to take with it. All I know is it looks sick, and that's enough for me to want to come back and play the game again, so I guess they did their job with this trailer. After watching the trailer a few more times, Revenant's smoke ability is kind of giving me those Wraith vibes. However, with Wraith, most people tend to use her ability to get out of sticky situations, where I feel like with Revenant, his smoke ability is going to enable him to get either into sticky situations, so it's going to be an offensive play, or he could use it as a defensive play. My overall opinion on him just far is he's going to play exactly what he looks like, just a stealth assassin cyborg ninja. He's going to be fast and smooth moving with just an overall toolkit that's going to enable him to be sort of a jack of all trades. He's not going to be like some big nuker like Gibraltar's ult or some really, supportive character. I just think he's going to be a pain in the ass to deal with because he's going to be fast moving, he's going to be able to go invisible and sneak up behind you in the worst possible moments for your team. So I think he's going to be really fun to play. And if all of that wasn't a big enough pain in the ass to deal with, just imagine this situation. He pops his smoke invisibility, goes around the corner, pops his ultimate, which may or may not be the building scaling thing, and now he's 60 feet above you with height advantage, and you have no idea what the hell just happened. So I think if he does have the ability to climb walls in the game, I think it's going to create for some really unique and stressful situations during team fights. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I haven't played Apex Legends seriously in a long time, and for a character itself to want to bring me back to the game, like, I don't even care what else they do with Season 4, just the fact that Revenant is going to be in the game is enough for me to want to get back into it. If you enjoyed the video, show that sub button some love. It would really mean the world to me. Maybe consider pressing that like button. Whatever you guys do, just know that I love you. Oh, and one more thing. If this season is as good as it looks, expect more Apex Legends content real soon. All of my socials will be in the description below. And as always, peace.